Hello everyone, I'm very excited to make this video today. I'm growing hydroponics eggplants. These are Thai eggplants. I've seen many videos of many other YouTubers, many other people grows vegetables and plant this way, and I want to try this out to see how it works and how it tastes and how it grows compared to growing on soil. This will be my first time, so bear with me. I'll try my best to do everything I can to make it very clear. The way I will be growing this is in the container. I believe it's called the Kratky method, and I have this cheese ball container that my kids finished, and I painted white so that way there'll be no lights that penetrate through the container and create any algae. I cut the lid big enough for this 4 inches net cup to go in. I suppose I could go with the 3 inches, but it might work better than the 4 inches. Then I realized this is a little bit too big for what I need, but oh heck, I'll do it anyway. So today I will grow 2 Thai eggplants in these 2 cheese ball containers for hydroponic, and I will transplant 2 of them into this small pot, and eventually I will transplant to the bigger pot. I know that they have different variables, so you can't really make apple to apple comparison, but the ultimate goals here is to grow them until they're fruits, and then I can make a follow-up videos and do a comparison how they taste when growing hydroponically and in soil. I have here a 5-gallon container, and I will be mixing the solution for Kratky eggplants hydroponically, and I have this 3-part solution: the floor from General Hydroponics, the Flora Micro, Flora Grows, and Flora Bloom. I also have the pH down just in case I need to adjust my pH level. The goal is to get around, between 5.5 to 6.5, and I have a pH meter here that will help me do some reading, and a syringe. So when the eggplants kind of started to develop the true leaves, I use 1 part of each, 5 millimeter of the Flora Micro and Flora Grow and Flora Bloom for each gallon of water. But now the eggplants about 4 or 5 inches tall now, so I will do 1 part of this, 2 part of the Flora Grow, and 1 part of the Flora Bloom. And I'm just trying to experiment to see how it works. And if you guys have any other suggestions, let me know, and I'll try it out. So this is I'd say about 4 gallons of water in here. So I put for each gallon is 5 millimeter. So I'll do 20 of this, 40 of this, and 20 of this. And first, I'll start. This is 10 for 2 gallons. And that's another 10. Let me focus here so you see. I don't know how well you can see that. And mix it up. I'll mix it up and let it settle for a minute or so until I mix the next part. Okay, before I mix the next part, I'm gonna clean out the syringe first, so I don't contaminate the next part of the solution there. And I close the cap so I won't accidentally knock this off and spill everywhere. Floor grow. I mentioned that since the eggplants are about 4 or 5 inches tall now, I will do 2 parts of this. So 40 millimeter, 10, 20, 30, 40. Again, I'll mix this and let it settle for 1 minute or 2. And last but not least, we will need to add the floral bloom. 20 of this, 20 ml of this. And before I use the syringe, I have to clean this. Make sure none of the floral grow will be contaminating the floral bloom. And that's 10. 20, and I might just well clean it out. Close the cap and mix. Let that settle for a minute and then I'll check the pH level. Okay, so now I'm ready to check the pH level, and this is the pH meter I bought off Amazon. Has been already been calibrated, and let's see. Again, the goal is to get the pH level between 5.5 to 6.5. We are about 6 point. We're still going down. 6.14, 6.14, 6.12, somewhere there. So that's good. Again, clean this. I filled the solution just a little bit, so it touch the neck cup just a little bit here. So about up to here. Since my eggplants, the root hasn't really grown that far down yet, so you need to touch that the solution. So once the root penetrate through the neck cup, then I'll let the water level a little bit lower so it has room to breathe. Otherwise it will be rotten and die. But the next step is I will, let me pick new one here. I should have went with the 3 inches instead of the 4. The 4 is a little bit too big. And just with the rock wool, I just put it in there. With this Kratky method though, every 3 or 4 days or so, just shake the container so it get oxidated. These plants do need oxygen to grow too. So, and this clay pebbles, again I bought off Amazon. I soaked in water for 20 minutes or so. You don't have to. I did it just to make sure it's clean and no other powder or anything that goes in there and potentially get mold in here. Just trying to be safe. And just add the clay pebbles in. these leaves are getting very big. But just grown indoor with this LED lights that I bought Walmart for $18. And this paper aren't necessary, but I added so it stabilize the tree and keep the rock wool in one spot. It's a big net cup, so it requires a lot of pebbles. Let's see. I've seen other people use other medium as well, but this is pretty cheap on Amazon, so I bought a big bag of it, 25 pounds. And I think that should be enough clay pebbles. And as you see there, this container is pretty big. Hopefully it's enough for the eggplants to grow in. If otherwise it outgrow this container, then I'll get a bigger one. So that's it for the Kratky method for the first one. I'll get the second one done, and then I'll move on to the soil. That should be enough. And there you go, the 2 Thai white eggplants. Now I will move on to the soil. For the soil, I add a 3-part mix. 1 part potting soil. I got this out of a local nursery at Star Nursery here in Las Vegas. They seem pretty okay. I've used with other plants before, and they seem to be okay. And worm casting. I love worm casting, so I add as much as possible. And half a part of compost. I don't want to add too many compost here in the pot, since it might get too hot in the pot and too rich for the plants. The compost are not the best. As you may see, there's a lot of wood chips here. Maybe next time I'll go find better compost. I had a compost bin on my backyard that I've been trying to compost my own, and once that's finished, I'll use that. But this is definitely not the best compost. But that's all I have for now, so looks like I have to use it. I'll mix them up. Once this is a small container for a small pot for me to transplant them in, and once I go into a bigger pot, I will add azomite in it too, another micronutrient. So I know that when we grow in water solution like this, the nutrients the roots draw the nutrients immediately there, so it's not an apple to apple comparison. But I do everything I can so I get a good mix here, so the eggplants will grow. I'm gonna pause the video and mix it. I've got my soil mix, so now we'll be just adding into the pot. Fill the bottom first. And let's check how, okay. I think that looks good. Maybe I dig a little bit more hole here. Okay. And I just transplant the rock wool directly into into the pot. Firmly press it down. Not too hard. Since you want a good drainage on this, you don't want to press it too hard. So there you go. I got the first eggplant done. And let me do the second one. Okay. And there you go. 2 in soil, 2 in Kratky hydroponics. Not exact, but approximately the same height, same amount of leaves, and germinate at the same time. I will make more videos, updates for these plants, and please stay tuned and check them out. If you like the videos and want to see more, please subscribe and like the video, and you get notified for the next one I upload. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.